Happy Friday, Rancher Ranchers. I hope everybody had a wonderful week. I just want to give you a quick update on Louie and Harry. It has been a long week with Louie. He is a perfect angel as far as being a patient, but having to double soak a horse, let me tell you, is not the most fun thing in the world to have to do. So for those that may be tuning in for the first time, Louie was diagnosed with an abscess in each of his front hooves last week. So this week we have been soaking them and bandaging them and keeping them dry, and I am happy to say that Louie is doing much better. He's able to walk without pain or without a limp. I don't know about the pain thing, but I do know without limping. And last night, he was moved off by one of the horses, and when he picked up his pace, he didn't limp at all. So that is a huge improvement for him. He could not move left to right at all when this first started. It was so painful for him. He couldn't pivot off of either side. And now he is he's walking around again. He is out not only in the barn, but further out in the pasture. So it is a huge improvement. His right front is still very sore. That is the one that has the abscess on his bulb. So he is still very tender back there on the back of his bulb. So, you know, we're just going to keep wrapping it. At this point, we are done with the soaking because he has made such a marked improvement, and there's no more drainage. Nothing is leaking out. Nothing is as wet or anything like that. So, hey, Lori. So we have stopped with the soaking, and we are just dry wrapping. Just to keep things clean and give his hooves more time to heal. So that's where we are right now. We are going to continue to dry wrap until he is less sore on his right front. At least with the right front, we're going to keep wrapping. I'm going to take some more pictures over the weekend and send them to Dr. Lauren and get her opinion on if we should be still wrapping the left front, if we can put some hoof paste on it that I've used in the past, and I actually used with Gabby, and it seemed to help at one point. So that's the game plan for Louie. Weird phenomenon with him having a double abscess. He is not showing any of his usual signs of EPM. No clue what that means. He hasn't been having the weird leg movements in the back. He hasn't been exhibiting any headaches. I don't know if it's the weather. I don't know what it is, but he is still on no medication because he will not eat it. He will eat the applesauce, but he will not eat his medication. But at this point, I'm okay with that because he's not exhibiting any issues whatsoever or any symptoms. So I'm letting it roll. You know, I can only fight on so many fronts, on so many battles. And at this point, you know, he may just be telling me enough is enough with the medication. I don't need it right now. Quite honestly, I'm pretty sure we're going to have to revisit it again in the fall if he holds to pattern. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Right now, I am just ecstatic that he is not having the leg shivers or leg shakes, whatever you want to call them, and his headaches are not happening. So even in the morning, he is perfectly fine in the morning. I have cut down to only feeding him any kind of grain feed, whatever you want to call it, in the evenings. Because that's when I want him to have his arthritic medication, his Equiox. Other than that, in the morning, the only thing he's eating is his hay, and he seems to be doing fine with that. So, you know my motto, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So we're staying the course for right now. We'll see what happens once everything is cleared up with his feet. But right now, I am very, very happy with where he's at. So fingers crossed, guys. Thank you so much for everybody that has donated to our $5 Friday for the medical needs. It has very much helped. If you haven't donated yet, there's still more time today. Yes, Leslie, you can keep donating up until the end of 11:59 tonight. So please, if you haven't donated and you're able to, we would muchly appreciate it. We have about a little less than a quarter of what we were hoping for. But don't get me wrong, I'm very, very appreciative of all of the help that we have received. I know it's still tough times for a lot of people. Leslie, thank you. So muchly appreciated. I can't stress that enough. Your guys' support is so appreciated and goes right to the horses. And it is, from my heart, thank you. That is, the donations is what keeps these guys happy and healthy. So thank you so much, Leslie, and everybody else that's donated. Very muchly appreciated. So you can see that Louie looks great. He's his coat is absolutely spectacular right now. Other than the dirt and a little bit of he's of course he's sensitive to the bugs. So earlier this week the flies and the horse flies were ridiculous. So he's got a couple welts in there, but man, does he look good. I must say his coat is absolutely beautiful. He is totally shed out. He is the only one that is totally shed out. Everybody else still has just a titch more shedding to do. But lovely Louie is looking beautiful. Let's go say hi to Harry. Excuse me while I limbo underneath the line. Sorry if I makes anybody sick. Oh. Harry, just me, buddy. Hi, buddy boy. So Harry is in the barn eating. So Harry is looking good and acting good. Hi, buddy boy. He likes his scratches. Hi, buddy. Oop. So this is our Eve. Hold on. Ho. Sorry, guys. Okay. So this is our. I wish my arms were longer because he is literally rocking back and forth. You can see that the front portion of it. But this is what we do every evening. Harry doing the rock and roll sorry, I have to duck underneath the barn because he keeps pushing on me. But this is what I'm doing. And that's what he's doing. He is a goofball, I must say. He loves his scratches. So weird phenomenon that move over, buddy, because you're gonna hit the wall. Weird phenomenon that I had noticed with him. Hold on, this is what I'm gonna do. Then you guys can really see what's going on. So I'm using the stick to rub him. So it rained here, and he was doing really well this week with, not being itchy. And actually it's been a couple weeks that he has been doing really good with not scratching and being comfortable. And then it flipping rained. It rained, and buddy, here, move over. You're gonna hurt yourself. Here, step over. Step over. There you go. I'll get you. I just don't want you to rub yourself into the wall. Sorry, guys. So what was I saying? Oh, the rain. So he got wet. Like, he must have been out in the rain and enjoying getting cooled off a titch. And he started being itchy all over again. So trying to figure out why that is. Dr. Lauren thinks it's because he is so his skin is still so sensitive. But he doesn't have any welts or anything like that, or I guess welts is the best way to put it. I don't know how else to explain it. But he's been doing really well, and now, as you can tell, he craves being scratched. This is the only thing I'm doing. Oops, sorry, buddy. And look at his face. I mean, he is happy as a lark. He is so happy with doing this. And honestly, he has made such strides in the way that we're just interacting and communicating. He minds his manners when he's around me, and he gives off to pressure, meaning that if, like I was showing you before, when I asked him to get off from being so close to the wall, he listens very, very well. So we have made, I think, a marked improvement on when he first arrived. And he doesn't mind me hanging out while he's eating and petting him and putting his halter on and off. These are all positive things and improvements that we've seen with him. I told you guys last week how well he did with his the vet. Dr. Lauren was very pleased with how he was able to take his shots. He didn't flinch. He didn't balk. There was no temper tantrums. There was absolutely nothing. It was like a bug bite, and then he was done and off and on his way. So, he is really making improvements every day. And I'm honestly thrilled. So, we have a couple more hurdles. I'm just going to go on the other side because I do switch sides on him. I'm coming, buddy. Hold on. Here you go. So we do have, I'm switching hands. Sorry, guys. So the one hurdle is it's not a hurdle. It's some things that we have to see how he does with is having a farrier over. So we're dealing with that. And the other thing is putting everybody together. That's the biggest question mark that I have right now, is how he's going to react with everybody else. The second pasture is ready to go. The thing that I'm waiting on is I really want to make sure that Louie is mobile, and, you know, if things were to go sideways, that Louie is going to be able to get away and protect himself. So probably a couple, hi buddy. So probably a couple more weeks, at least a week, we'll call it. At least a week. To make sure that Louie's hoof is, where are you going? Sorry guys, I'm just trying to get him to move over. So it's going to be a couple more weeks, at least 1 week, before everybody is together, because I'll just open up the second pasture and let everybody hang out. There's no drama or anything on the center line, so, you know, fingers crossed that it's all going to work out. But that is the biggest question mark that I have on, I see the fly, I'm getting it. The biggest question that I have with him in regards to if he's going to be able to deal with being with everybody else in the herd. You know, he might just be a horse that enjoys being by himself, you know. No pushing into me. Step over. Good boy. So he may be a horse that just, thanks Genevieve, that just enjoys being by himself and doesn't necessarily need to be in a herd. What are you doing, bud? So we'll see. But other than that, he is doing really well. He's eating really well. I mean, you can see how good his face looks. Like, for me, that's like the marked difference on how much he's improved is his face, because he had bald spots and rub marks, and I mean, he still, don't get me wrong, he still has some around his eye, and he has a little bit around his poll, but like here, I mean, you can see where it grew in. I mean, this is all beautiful now. Oh, you shitty boy. And so is his mouth. I usually do that with my hand. I can't do that with the stick, especially left-handed. I'm right-handed, so that's not going to work. And his legs look good. We have not gotten to cutting off his feathers on his back legs. I'm gonna try and work on that this weekend. He was very kicky, and it wasn't at me. It was that the flies and everything, because they were so bad. That another thing that we have to work on, or at least see how he deals with it, is fly spray, because the flies are absolutely destroying him underneath. So, you know, when it's like this in the 60s or so, the flies are not that bad, but he's rocking back and forth right now because I'm on his butt. So we have to, nope, nope, nope. You gonna go eat? All right. So he's trying to tell me that he wanted to go eat, and there you go, buddy. So yeah, so the fly spray also we have to figure out if he's going to be able to deal with it or not. If not, then I'll just do the same thing I did with Barney and just use a towel and just wipe it on him versus spraying it on him. I have a feeling that he's not going to like the spray sound. He is not a fan of loud noises and just weird noises. So if the neighbors are mowing their lawn, if I'm going back and forth with our off-road vehicle, he does, our side-by-side is what I'm trying to say, doesn't like that. So, you know, the lawnmower, anything like that, he is very much adverse to being anywhere close to it, and he starts running around. So, we'll we'll see. We'll see if he can handle the fly spray or not. But one way or another, we'll make him comfortable with the flies, either by wiping it on or pouring it on, or whatever I need to do. We're going to get the fly situation under control on him, because the fly bites are making him bleed. Yeah, that was somebody on the other side that just did that. You're all right, buddy. But that is the update on everybody for this week, guys. If you have any questions or anything, let me know. Oop, where are you going, bud? More scratches? All right. All right. Hold on, I got to switch hands. Hold on. Nope. Here. There. All right. Now we can scratch. Okay, so sorry, guys. You know, when you have a 2,000-pound animal coming at you, you got to sort of do that and take a pause on the Facebook Live. But anyway, you're fine. Move over, buddy. You're that itchy today? Here. I'll go like this. There. Always have to be careful of personal space. So that's it for this week, guys. I'll keep you updated on how Lulu is doing, and hopefully the good news will continue, and we're going to be able to not wrap his one foot at least. And then I'll let you guys know how Harry is doing with making him less itchy and the fly spray situation. All right, guys, until next week, be well, be safe, and we'll talk to you soon, Roan Char Ranchers. Bye, guys.